I want to preface this that I don't want to keep making content like this. To be honest, I don't really do a ton of commentary content in general, only if I actually have something to add to the conversation, like my 1980s gamer video. With that being said, this is the only video I'm going over OtterlyNoah and my history with this individual. Because he lies and tries to manipulate others, I feel like now more than ever is my last chance to actually say something on the matter and get it out there to the public. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's save the planet.
I want to take a look at the freestyle that he made on Arctic Cherry under OtterlyNoah.
Hello, I am the gaming Trouge. I also go by Ty, or I go by DJ Snow, as some of you may know. I've been on the platform since 2012, and I basically do my own little thing here on the internet. In 2022, I met up with the individual who will later be known as OtterlyNoah. He helped me in a live stream when I was under a bot attack, and since then, we've been basically friends. We talk about the same media, we chat a lot on Google Hangouts, and overall, we enjoyed each other's company. He was definitely someone that I considered to be a really good friend. On August 31st, 2023, a video entitled Genres Within Genres was released on OtterlyNoah's channel back when he had the username Noah the Otter. I produced a reaction video to it, breaking it down, as well as just seeing my friend make his very first ever YouTube video because he wanted to get into this medium. But in 2025, when I became a mod for Noah himself, he started doing these types of videos called Hunting Grizzly Bears, and these types of videos, I told him multiple times, were a bad idea. Not to say you can't necessarily talk about these people and laugh at it, but the way he was presenting these felt very weird given the fact that he didn't want to talk about real world politics in his Discord, as well as just in general keeping everything just strictly about films, movie, and TV. So to see him go in this direction just felt a little weird. This all comes ahead with the plagiarism drama. If you want a bit more information on that, go to the link down below where Kelesto's video is. I highly recommend watching that video to get more insight on all of this. But ladies and gentlemen, let me explain my situation here, because after this plagiarism drama, I cut Noah from my group. It was the last straw that broke the camel's back. It was always something that's been building up because of the way he was handling stuff in his Discord, as well as he was just the way he's been treating me as an individual. And so I cut him from my group, and since then I've gotten nothing but harassment from his community, his fans, mods, everything. Buckle up, because I'm not holding back. I know that this is going to be a little bit less edited than most of my other content, but ladies and gentlemen, I've been holding back for so long, I think it's about time I just let everything out on the table.
They say imitation is the greatest form of flattery, but I disagree. I think the greatest form of flattery is this.
Let's start with the plagiarism stuff. So, on the day of the plagiarism, I did my best to watch everything I could. Admittedly, I was out of town, so I couldn't watch everything right then and there until I was at a nice place, and that's when I saw KHuck's live stream. And KHuck went over pretty much everything that you need to know about the plagiarism drama, where Noah actually stole content from multiple creators like Shamu. But during the second live stream, I actually DM'd Noah saying that KHuck wanted to talk with them, and so he opted to jump in on a third call. And so after he got done being on stream VCs, he talked a little bit in his own VC, and then we ended up going to a private VC to talk it out. And that's where things got a little weird, because after a pretty solid VC call, I get messages up the wazoo about him having so many problems with my Google Docs rant. This is the part where I feel like I should address this. Because of character limitations on many social media platforms, I opted just to put everything into a Google Docs form. And a couple of the links I sent in there was links to Gramuglia, as well as KHuck's live stream to provide full context. But Noah actually hated that I cited KHuck. He also claimed that Gramuglia was the only person that was giving him fair criticisms, and on top of that, he was upset that I was painting in my Discord server whenever I had to explain why Noah is cut from my community. a server that at the time only had around 60 to 80 people. So a lot of the messages and DMs and stuff like that I ended up blocking or ended up just getting flat out deleted. But I managed to save a few of the screenshots, like this one that was sent by Baxter of Noah basically trying to tell me that I was lying about him on Blue Sky, which in reality I wasn't. The comment I was replying to was the fact that Noah accused all the people he was having problems with of actually doxing him. And I want to make this extremely clear. Doxing an individual because they're in drama is never okay. And that is a huge thing that I really took issue with, that Noah was trying to make it seem like the doxing wasn't a big deal. I take doxing and this type of stuff very seriously. So to see this just freaking angered me. But moving away from all the Noah stuff, I was already dealing with another barrel of monkeys by a person named Cherry. Not this person again, oh my gosh. Cherry was an individual that was in my community forever, and Noah knew this, and yet he still acted like he never seen any of my confrontations with Cherry at all. But Noah knew everything of what happened last year, as he was a mod in my own server, and we even had DM conversations about it. But Cherry only comes back into the play because as I was live streaming, she ended up sneaking into the comments, I called her out on it, and she releases this.
TikTok sounds like writing's block. TikTok, why did I imitate a clock? Cause humans won't last when the timer stops. If you're so clever, where's the fruits of your endeavors? You're a lightweight and a nuisance with a community who thinks you're useless. So Halo taught you survival skills, but you're not built for fighting. If you're so smart, then where'd you get your research? Dumpster diving.
So an AI diss pop song, it's not even a diss track, it's just a pop song. And this is the person that Noah decided to side with, because after I released my song Bloodlines, I saw in the comments of Cherry's videos that Noah is siding with her on this.
We have DMs of Noah knowing that this happened a year ago. 2025 is now 2026. RIP Arctic, also RIP Slash and Shadow. Hopefully this will make them cut it out finally. So it seems like OtterlyNoah at this point, when he was friends with the Gaming Trouge, right? When the Gaming Trouge was his moderator, agreed wholeheartedly with the Gaming Trouge. But all of a sudden here, he has a different tune.
Like, Noah is so bad at taking accountability that he basically brushes all this off to the side as he wasn't fully paying attention, when the DMs and the conversation we had in the mod chat prove otherwise. But as all this was happening, a YouTuber by the name of Wendi was going through all of this on her own, and I was showing her everything from the Cherry situation because I thought that was two separate occasions. I had an inkling that Noah had something to do with it at this point, but at the point where she was reacting to all of this for the first time, we had no idea fully that Noah was siding with Cherry. And this leads to an infamous livestream hosted by OtterlyNoah and featuring someone named Josh. To keep this brief, Josh was a mutual that I met through OtterlyNoah's Discord server, and he was a chill guy. I still believe he is a chill guy. He is just under the one type of influence at this point because Noah is a manipulative numbnut. But here's the question. Why did Noah do this stream? Well, it was because I released a diss track called the Tomorrow Freestyle going after Noah and Cherry. Got the Camelot Bard, a mutual that made fan art for me, to copyright strike the video down. When I first woke up and saw this, I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe the fact that Noah would weaponize copyright strikes to take down a diss track on him. Camelot claimed we cut ties, but she didn't even reach out to me at all. She didn't tell me anything. I would have easily replaced the image if you felt this way. Why going straight to copyright strikes does not begin to boggle the mind. It's so stupid. And then here's the worst part of this entire stream right here.
Yes, someone that thinks non-binary people are real. Yes, they are.
Wait, so he's saying non-binary people aren't real either? I'm screenshotting that. This is getting worse than I thought.
actual snake behavior. You know fully about where I stand with non-binary people and transgender people, and I hate how I have to keep reiterating this because anyone that knows me more than 2 seconds know that I care about everybody as long as they're not a jerk like you, Noah. The millisecond I figured out that I made a typo here, I immediately fixed it. But then you wanna know what happened? A lot of accounts in your name decided to go and harass me for months on end. And let me make this extremely clear, because Noah will forever say he does not condone any of these people, yet whenever some of these people act in bad faith, like Camelot trying to strike me down, he's all for that. And what hurts this more than anything else is that we were actual friends. I don't think I made that clear enough. We actually had some level of a friendship together. Heck, I was sending you pictures when I was on vacation with me and my partner. And then the following day, you wanted me to help with your modding in your Discord server. You are so obsessed with being online that even when people take a break from being online, you have to try to drag them back in. This is why I felt the way I felt in a lot of our conversations going forward, especially in our interview with Wendi, Noah, and Cherry. This interview went through everything. My relationship with Cherry and Noah. Noah's tried to take me out of context despite he knows that I type fast, and I tried to fix that as quickly as I could, to everything in between. This interview is very important, and I will again link everything down below so you guys can go and watch it for yourselves, because these interviews are vital in my opinion. And I got permission to share these screenshots for this video, so let me just show you what happened after said interviews. Cherry and Noah both wanted me to issue an apology when I made a community post linking to this video. Well, Noah says thank you again for the interview, basically telling people to go watch the interview. But if you go back and reload that comment section now, Noah's comment is gone. I did not delete it. So he himself deleted the comment. I didn't feel like being redundant and doing this idea because I felt like in the interview, we came to an agreement. There's proof, there's video proof. And do you guys not plan on making content about me at any point?
No, I think I said,
yeah,
I already said my piece.
I am glad that you said you're sorry, but it's gonna take time for me to forgive you.
And then the following day, Cherry wants me to make another apology. I thought you were fine with the apology, but you wanted me to move on. Then Noah goes on and on about how he didn't actually copyright claim the video and it was actually Camelot, so he should change the title of the diss track, despite the fact that I still got copyright claimed, you miserable pile of dung.
This is a copyright strike. This is factually a copyright strike. So he's done this twice.
Why do they always do this?
Yep, your ears did not lie. He did this twice. He also tried to take down the Kelesto video I shouted out at the start of this video. A video that will remain public forever. The only difference between my situation and what happened with Kelesto is the fact that Noah actively helped Deus Marionette, the artist of Noah's PNG tuber, to strike down the video. He gave her step-by-step instructions on how to strike a video. This is why I can't believe anything that Noah says about my stuff, because it's obvious that he actually knew what he was doing. The worst part about all of this is that he just never learns. He just never learns. He said he was going to take a break, and look at that, he's on Twitch again, baby. He has absolutely nobody to rely on. Everyone that he could potentially call a friend has now called him out on his nonsense. And even the main man that saved him from the fire to begin with, that being Anthony Gramuglia. Now, Anthony Gramuglia is a very controversial figure because he helped OtterlyNoah get out of the plagiarism drama stuff, and I'm just very mixed on all of this. I'm not going to be definitive when it comes to Anthony Gramuglia, and that's because he actively tried to help me try to settle this stuff between myself and OtterlyNoah in DMs on Blue Sky. I am not going to be showing the screenshots between myself and Anthony because I was told not to share any of that information, and I do want to respect that to some degree. However, a lot of people on many different sides of the commentary sphere and just people in general does have valid claims against Anthony Gramuglia. At the time of this video's recording, Anthony is going to be making his own video talking about OtterlyNoah, and he did say that he wanted to give me a shout out in said video, so I do thank you in advance for that. But at the same time, I want to make sure that I'm getting the truth out. That's my biggest thing, is that I want to make sure everything is 100% truthful and there's no more nonsense. With all that out of the way, let's talk about Anthony's live stream.
Further, a diss track was put out, and it was copyright struck. A diss track making fun of Noah. It's the lightest of all criticisms, and he and his artist got the video taken down. Even if this artist acted independently, it's still a pattern surrounding Noah that critics of his get taken down.
At this point in time, everyone now knows that Noah is a copyright abuser, and then at this point in time, I got invited to talk with the lovely KHuck about my entire situation and how I fit into all of this, and I would like to thank her again for giving me an outlet to talk about all this, because holy crap, this experience is just very tiresome. But in KHuck's server, Ant actually told me himself that he's sorry on Noah's behalf, and it should not have gone this far. And personally speaking, that does show progress. It does show, oh, I messed up. Now, this is a very big mess up on Ant's end to even save Noah at this point, but the way I see it and the way many other people saw it is the fact that plagiarism, while it is still the most despicable thing that media analysis could do, it's not the worst thing that can happen. Now, I want to stress worst because there is definitely disgusting people on this platform. However, that was the littlest bit of leeway that people that wanted to still associate with Noah, an up-and-coming content creator, to try to help them out in this time of need. And this is coming from someone that is an ex-friend of Noah. I knew for sure that this guy is bad news, and I did try to do my best to tell other people around my circle about it, but I'm also not that big of an influencer. Not many people hear me. At least I think. I'm not sure about that anymore, but especially at the time, I had a very small voice, so even if I were to say something, it will probably get drowned out by Noah's fan base. Later, Anthony offered me an opportunity to give my full statement on everything, and I think I still hold to it to this very day.
I have thought about this a lot within the last few months, with how all of this has affected me. I am not a person who deals with stress and anxiety well, and OtterlyNoah has genuinely made me overwhelmed making content by his lies, his harassment that his community has caused, and his betrayal of our friendship, because they were friends beforehand. Me and Noah go back 4 years ago, and I was proud to see him grow the most organically on YouTube when he started. And to see him fall so hard is heartbreaking. Because we used to share a lot of stuff together, and I had your back for a long time. More than you can ever know. You are someone who is manipulative to get people to side with you. You preach about being an advocate for autism, but you harass people who might not fully agree with you 100% of the time, and you use mutuals and other people to do your dirty work. To anybody who is still in Noah's community or friend group, I will advise you to leave as fast as you can. To Camelot, we made up in DMs, but I thought about everything. I just really don't want anything to do with you. Now, you hurt me like crazy, and I would need more time to heal. Please, for your own sake, just leave Noah's community. To Noah himself, as someone who enjoyed when I dissed on Cherry back in 2025, my Templar track, and many of the songs now that we are not friends, you are going to call me cringe and take typos as gospel? I will say this one more time. I believe non-binary people are real, and I have friends and family who fall under that umbrella, and after my friends try to tell you that I'm not that, you never listen. I want nothing to do with OtterlyNoah moving on, and I hope he can find peace and wake up from whatever curse he is under. And that's the Gaming Trouge's statement.
At the time of this video's upload, Noah is pretty much just off the grid. His Discord is in lockdown. There were leaked calls show up that he was planning on suing Anthony Gramuglia, and I did have plans on talking about those leaked calls, but after playing back everything, I just don't have it in me. If you want to go listen to the calls, there's links down below to people talking about the leaked information. OtterlyNoah is a chapter in my life that I would like it to end, but keeps coming back every 5 seconds, like a bad horror movie villain. You can tell I'm tired editing this. To everybody that's found me through the diss track, through the copyright strike, or anything of the sort, please know that this is not the type of content I like to make. I would love to keep talking about stuff that actually interests me, and I know that sounds pretty cringe, but I don't really do commentary content often. Like, the only videos I've done on it have all been surrounding Noah when I was a friend with him, and then a couple other videos that I just felt like making because I felt like I can actually say something about it. But for every commentary video I do, it's just a very slapped together video that doesn't take any sort of effort for me. My true blue passions are in my videos I produce on the gaming Trouge, as well as the music I make on DJ Snow. DJ Snow is how I get a lot of my thoughts and feelings that I don't really put into like words in like a video format. If I feel angry or if I feel sad, I might actually put it into my pen and I try to tell you a story through my pen. I may not be the greatest at it, I may suck, but I'm still trying to do my best in order to like be better at this, because we all start cringe when we do something, but we grow and we change and we be better. Something that Noah just clearly doesn't understand. He has made 2 apology videos in the span of like 3 months, and I don't know anymore, fam. To anybody that is still mutuals of OtterlyNoah or doesn't fully understand the scope of this entire thing, please send them this video. This is a genuine video that I've thought about making. I was scared to make, but now that I finally got it out, it feels like a giant weight has been off my shoulders, because this is something that I feel like I couldn't talk about at all. To OtterlyNoah and his team of mods and just people around him, please leave the server as soon as you can. That's over like 900 something people in that server now. I know that none of them are probably going to listen to me. They probably already made up their mind, but I'm going to scream one more time, please get out and please find help. To Anthony Gramuglia, I know that there is a lot of information out there with you, and I hope that you address everything in the video that you're producing, because if you don't, it's going to be very awkward when this video comes out. But I believe that you are trying to do the right thing, and I hope and pray that you address it right, and maybe someday we can talk about something that's not related to this Otter person, and we could just talk about video games, anime shows, what have you, because I'm a giant nerd too, and this does not bring me joy. To my crew who had to put up with all this, you know exactly who you are. To my friends that ended up getting involved in this, I am so sorry you did. To my family who generally was worried about me throughout all this, I am very sorry that you guys had to see me at such a weak state, and I hope that after this video is out, this can just be the final nail in the coffin for all this, and we can make my 24 years of life, well, I guess my 24th birthday. I was trying to tie that into my birthday thing, it didn't really work out, but hopefully year 24 is good. That's what I'm trying to say. I want to give a very special thank you to Wendi for the interviews and getting all this out there in the first place. To KHuck for another interview and being a genuine sweetheart talking with. To Copen Seethe and Dickers and British Runner. So many people. I will leave everybody down below, because you guys truly did something amazing. Bringing the story to light and actually asking people around it questions, and I do give you guys all the thanks, because without you, maybe not so many people will know about all this, and not many people will definitely know about like my channel getting hit with copyright strikes. Like, that's very freaking scary, but I do very appreciate everybody that has reached out. If I didn't name you, I apologize. I tried to name everybody. Definitely in the link below, all the names will be out there, but yeah. So what's next for me? Well, hopefully this clears up my creative block and I can get back to making the world a better place. So To end this off, I'm going to be playing a song that I feel like encapsulates this toxic friendship that me and Noah have been through, because I felt like I was taking advantage of a lot of the time in our friendship, and I feel like this song just makes that entire like mindset work. But that out of the way, new videos are sure to come soon. I have new projects in the works. Hopefully this just can blow over soon and we can enjoy life. I am the Gaming Trouge, also known as Ty or DJ Snow. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic night. And as always, keep gaming.
'Cause I know you're poison, you're feeding me poison. Addicted to this feeling.